Students' perception of the learning crisis. In August 2022, the Global Smart Education Conference, co-hosted by Beijing Normal University and UNESCO Institute for Information Technologies in Education, IITE, launched the Student Forum on Learning Crisis and Futures of Education. Surrounded by the new era's context, students had a lot of fresh thoughts on learning. Let's see what kind of learning crises students from various countries around the world feel. Jelica Ristic is a doctoral student from the Teacher Education faculty at the University of Belgrade. She realized that students engage in online learning with identity barriers and face great difficulties in adapting to the rapidly developing digital learning environment. Based on the Edmodo learning platform, she and her team designed a metaverse application skills improvement program to help teachers conduct daily teaching, online teaching, and be teaching in the metaverse. Salwa Emrehai is a doctoral student from the Virtual University of Tunis. She believes that it was a great crisis that teachers and students cannot complete effective learning in the digital learning environment. She and her team designed a system framework of massive open online courses MOOC, aiming to provide personalized learning and support for students to improve their learning efficiency. Li Yang is an undergraduate student at the School of Art and Communication at Beijing Normal University. He believes that traditional classrooms are not suitable for students' equal exchange and effective learning, and the widespread application of new technologies make us privacy and ethics problems. He has been focusing on special education, and with his team, he has designed an immersive future classroom based on an intelligent interactive system illusion, which provides space for equal communication and cooperation between special children and ordinary children to achieve educational equity. Xingyan Chen is an undergraduate student from Diablo Valley College. He is a visually impaired person who has faced various barriers in his pursuit of education from childhood to adulthood. He believes that the lack of barrier-free learning resources and fair employment opportunities for the disabled was one of the crises in achieving inclusive education. He proposed 3 solutions: community support, online learning programs, and public-private partnerships programs to promote the formal learning and career development of the disabled. Zhuan Zhu is an undergraduate student from the Art Center College of Design. He held that the lack of design thinking and innovation ability were major issues of the learning crisis faced by rural students. He mentioned that it was very important to make rational use of the natural resources in rural areas to create conditions for rural students. He worked with his team to design a low-cost rural students' design thinking educational project. Through 3 different spaces, students are allowed to operate experiments to design and create works based on local resources, which helps to cultivate students' curiosity, observation ability, and practical ability. In August 2023, the Global Smart Education Conference continued to organize a student forum in which students worldwide focused on the theme of innovative design for future education. Students shared their experiences and exchanged views on the theme of innovative design for future education, taking into account the actual situation of their countries and regions and their own experiences, and bringing the voices of university students to the attention of the community. Zihao Zhang is a graduate of the London College of Art. He pointed out that there are very few inclusive education schools in China, and they are concentrated in first-tier cities such as Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen, where children with special needs lack access to the real world. He proposed to design a hybrid online and offline learning community for children with special needs, where children with special needs and ordinary children can work together to complete tasks and to promote the transformation of special education into inclusive education through community empowerment. Lily Pan is a doctoral student from Beijing Normal University. She believes that Myanmar's education system is still affected by a variety of complex factors, such as substantial disparities in housing and living conditions between rural and urban areas and the socio-political environment. Peace matters for inclusive education in all countries, and in some armed-controlled areas, the government and military struggle to provide basic education facilities and learning resources for national children, and even the safety of children cannot be ensured. Samson Fletchen Elias is a postdoctoral fellow at Southwestern University. He pointed out that although the Eritrean government has introduced several policies to explain and promote information and communication technologies, ICT integrated teaching, research has indicated that teachers hold a narrow and simplistic perception regarding ICT usage and inadequate readiness for ICT practices. To improve the digital competence of teachers, he believes we should strengthen teacher vocational training with infrastructure development and support from governments and other institutions. Zia Islam is a doctor's student from the Asian Institute of Technology. He emphasized that the generation of born digital are generally tech-savvy, prefer visual interactive learning experiences supported by virtual reality or augmented reality AR or VR technology, are comfortable with processing intricate information, and tend to be multitaskers. Understanding the unique characteristics of born digital students is essential for educators to adjust teaching strategies and use appropriate educational tools to provide students with better learning experiences. From these college students, we also got a sense that everyone in the world can make their contribution to a better future of education.